Well, today we're all fortunate enough to have a wonderful guest here, Laura Hunter, with me, Derek Snow. She's from Drop the Leash, dog training and such. And I brought her on today to just share a little bit about her experience working with me and within my program. So first, Laura, could you give us just a little bit of a idea of what your operation encompasses, how long you've been in business, what services you offer, that kind of thing?
Sure. We are just outside Toronto in Ontario. I think I started about 8 years ago. I think we've been in operation for 8 or 9 years. Started very small with 4 clients. And well, because I now have my son working with me as a partner, but I started just with general training. We have a program called Games to Train. For general training, we do a lot of agility here. We do puppies as well. And I do some private behavioral consulting also.
Perfect. So do you remember why or how we first connected? And it's okay if you don't, because I have the answer.
Yeah, that's good. Because no, I do not remember how we first connected. But according to you, you reached out to me.
Well, you actually commented on a post of mine that was talking
Was
about
that it?
learning more about how you could optimize your Facebook profile to help get more clients into your business. And you
Yeah, that's
commented
right.
on it, and then I sent you a
Yeah.
direct message.
Yeah, that's right. That would have caught my attention because at that point I had been afraid to post on Facebook for a year. So anything to help would have been great. That's right. I remember now. Yep.
Yeah, for sure. So
Yeah.
then how are things with the business before we started working together?
Business was good. As I said, I can't say we were floundering. Our numbers were good. We had around 100 people a week coming for the various
Right.
classes. We were doing well.
For sure. So then what kind of inspired you to want to care or even look at taking a kind of business marketing course?
Probably a couple of things. First of all, as I said, well, in the back of my head, it was great to be doing well, but in the back of my head, there was always this little thought as to things are really great, but things aren't perfect in life. And at some point, I knew we might hit a downturn. I was looking at bringing my son in, so that was second income I had to come up with.
Right.
And I thought, well, things go down the tubes. I need to have something proactive to put in place. I just didn't feel I had control over where the business was going, even though it was doing well. And secondly, I wasn't posting on Facebook and I wasn't marketing actively. And I knew, again, in the back of my head that just sitting around waiting for clients to come in on referrals was probably not the best plan. So I knew I had to get back out again, market, but I had absolutely no confidence to do that.
For sure. And referrals are wonderful. I love a referral. It's just
Yeah.
depending on the season. If some
Yes.
seasons are cyclically lower, what do I do now if I want to make sure my income is regulated? Well, you have to learn how to market to some extent or
Yes.
shift what your focus is, and relying on referrals when you want to grow or during cyclical lows, marketing is going to help businesses significantly.
And we are definitely cyclical because, well, today it's snowing, raining, sleeting, hailing. This is the season when people think, oh, I'm not going to bring my dog because it's winter in Canada.
Right.
And we also sometimes have a bit of problem in the summer as well because people want to go on holidays and they don't necessarily want to do dog training. So we do have highs and lows. And I didn't know what to do with those.
Right. So I guess the question would be now, how do you feel about your general understanding of marketing and potentially being able to garner some interest and inquiries at times where maybe you didn't or couldn't before?
I feel like I have more tools. I'm not good at it yet. It's like anything; it's going to take time to get good at it and really learn the system. But there is a system. I feel in control because you've given me tools, you've given me a system, you've given me the ability to plan. And so I utilized that in the last couple of weeks because we were down and it's working. Our numbers are coming back up. And if there's a direct correlation, I'm not sure, but I feel that if there's a downturn or if there's a seasonal issue, I'll be able to handle it now. I
Well,
have
especially
alternatives and I have tools.
I remember one of the first posts that you did that was along the lines of how we were I was trying to help you guys. There was like 37 inquiries, and which is positive. How many sales did that lead to? Well, I'm not sure. Maybe it was 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. But the premise being like you can turn on a lot of interest, and while you
Yeah.
continue to refine your skill set on how to communicate with some of these people that are interested, the numbers go higher of people that are interested in working with you. Then that was essentially going to be your lowest return on your time, was
Yep.
37 inquiries, 3 or 4 or 5 signups. Once you get better at knowing what the next steps are, how to not get bogged down with talking too much, but also making sure you understand what their needs are, but also offering them what they want, and it's a win, then it's like it goes way up way faster. So the benefit is like you're only going to get better, and that's really positive. So you've already been doing great, so keep up the good work, keep swinging, as they say.
Well, speaking as a dog trainer, if you reinforce a behavior, it goes up. And so I'm actually starting to enjoy connecting with people on Facebook. I actually feel more confident about it, which is reinforcing because you've given me the skills to do it. So I'm going to be able to do more of it because I feel better about it. And that is a huge win from this program, because I
Yeah,
was
because you
so
want to.
terrified. Yeah, I want
Yeah, right.
for sure.
And that's where something that can feel daunting or undesirable or not fun is actually, no, I like this more than I thought I did, because it's getting a result, and actually I can see, hey, it's kind of fun to get to know some of these people or whatever the thing is.
Yes, but you also give us a lot of support. Definitely the Zooms, the Facebook Lives. You're there. You give us support. You also give us crap sometimes if we're not doing anything. But
Some
we
feedback.
all need to be. We need to be pushed, and you have a very good way of pushing us forward without making us feel like you build confidence while pushing us, which is a real balancing act. And if you didn't push, I probably wouldn't be feeling as good about it as I do.
Well, I'm glad. It's
Yeah.
my pleasure to do this work, so I'm grateful that
Yeah.
it's well received.
You're very good at it.
Well, thank you. I'll take more compliments, but was there any unexpected benefits of you taking the course that you might have not otherwise anticipated? Because you came in with the lens of, hey, I want to learn to get confident with marketing. So if I can mitigate seasonal lows, that would be awesome. So what?
Yeah, I came in hung up on getting onto Facebook and really putting myself out there marketing. But you've also made me much more. Because of this, I'm also much more where my business was. Because a lot of us just fly by the seat of our pants. And do we want to look at numbers and be really specific? No, we don't usually. But you again encouraged us to do that, to be really specific in our goals and our plans, but also know specifically and exactly what our numbers are in our business and what numbers we need to achieve the next month and how we need to plan ahead a few months. And I wouldn't have done any of that. So as I said, keep saying to you, now I'm obsessed with all the numbers, but it's a good thing because it gives me a real true sense of where my business is. And I didn't have any idea. As I said, we were just floating along. So now that I know, again, that makes me feel much more in control of what's going on.
Well, and I think the two big takeaways for me is that things that felt maybe a little bit daunting or not that desirable to do or to know about are now have transitioned to being like, I want to do these things and I want to know, because it empowers me actually. Whereas before I felt like it might bog me down because it was hard or scary or annoying or frustrating, where now it's like, ooh, I like these things because it gives me tools to control things even at a deeper level.
Exactly. I think I went from, oh God, I don't want to know what our numbers are. I'm just thinking, oh my God, the classes are half full. I don't know. We're going down. I don't want to know what the numbers are, to hear the numbers. And when you went through the system with me and pointed out what I actually had to do to increase the next month, it wasn't a big, huge issue. Here's what I need, and we just need to go out and get these numbers, and everything's fine. And it's not as, you're right, it's not as daunting anymore.
Well, it takes the mystery out of it.
Exactly.
But then also here's a tactical plan that you can move forward with. And, oh, well, it wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be.
Exactly.
But also these are the numbers. And if you want to get this goal, you've got a lot of work to do compared to where you are versus where you want to be. Not you per se, but sometimes that's what we'll discover. And it's like, how are you going to bridge the gap? Instead of people just somewhat figuratively putting their head in the sand, hoping that they're going to pull their head out of the sand and there's going to be a meal right there beside them. You're running towards that So that's
Yes.
super positive.
Everything's specific. Everything is clear. It's so much better.
Well, I'm glad because feeling empowered and grateful, or not grateful, rather confident and
Yes.
interested in things like
Yes.
numbers and marketing is such a game changer, especially in our industry, because I was a great dog trainer for a long time, relatively speaking, but my business lagged behind it and stalled my growth because I didn't know how to run a business for 13 years.
Yes. Yes.
So then it
But
slowed me from helping more people because I didn't know how to operate a business in a way that was going to promote me to move forward.
I think that's so common in our industry. Given a choice of marketing or sitting down and writing out a new program, all of
Right.
us would choose to sit down and write out a new program because that's what we do. Whereas marketing takes us out of our comfort zone totally.
Or taking another course,
Yes.
right? Because how
Exactly.
many trainers have like 37 letters behind their name, but they haven't taken any business courses?
Yeah.
Well,
No,
it's
no
just
courses. We all take
it's
dog
just more
training
exciting,
courses.
right? But I'm like, actually, these extra 4 letters compared to the 16 you already have is not going to be the thing that gets you where you want to
No,
go. Maybe
no.
it could be, but usually it's not.
No time over the past 8 years has anybody asked me what my qualifications are.
I've been asked once. And I'm not
Yeah,
saying I believe in standardization and I believe that things should be regulated. So I'm all for
I
education.
do too.
But there
Yeah,
becomes diminishing returns that if you're trying to fix if you're trying to fix a marketing or sales or client problem with education, it's
no,
education about your profession. It's not going to fix it. We need to fix the
no.
problem, which is I need to get more clients, for example.
Yes, exactly. And that's what you do for us.
I just got to get the word out. Hey, don't take that 7th course. Take another course, the 7th one, but let's learn about business and marketing.
Well, indirectly, it's changed my mindset from, oh, I need to take another course. God knows how many courses I got stacked up waiting to finish, but it's changed my mind from I need to take another course to stop. I need to market my own courses. I need to make money from my own courses.
Right.
So we've never talked about that directly in any of our sessions, but indirectly, that's what you're telling us to do.
Well, and it comes from a place of me doing it myself, not realizing that I was trapped in this circle of shiny object syndrome.
Or I don't want to market, so I'll just shift over here because my
Well, and that's
comfort
why
zone.
I want to do
Yeah,
the what I would call is the shiny work or the sexy work. I love
yeah,
creating courses. I
yeah,
sucked at selling them. So I got a whole pile of courses, but no one's buying them. Well, why? No one knows about them because I don't know how to market them.
that's right. And it takes time because it's a skill like anything else, and we have to practice and practice till
For
we're
sure.
comfortable at it. So,
For sure. But the more you practice, the better you get, the faster you
yep,
get results. So it's all good, just like becoming a professional trainer. Last question. Someone's
sure.
on the fence about taking my business accelerator course or my marketing course or my expansion accelerator course. What do you think you could tell them from your
I think they should absolutely do it. I am absolutely so happy that I did this. I've taken other courses and come away from them not feeling like I have any more skills or any more confidence. So I've gotten so much more out of your course in terms of that, and I'm not even finished yet. So absolutely, they should take your course. You have given me more practical tools and systems to use than any other course I've taken.
Oh, wow. I
Yeah.
like it. That's really all I'm trying to aim to achieve, right? Is like, how can we implement things into your business that are really useful for you that make your life easier, you can help more people or whatever your goals are,
Yep.
right? So I'm grateful that that's something I could provide.
No, you're very specific. I've been on all your webinars, and occasionally we all get out of control and want to launch off somewhere else into space. Let's start another business, another program, and pull us right back. And you say, stop, going to ask you a few questions. Why are we doing this? Where's it leading? What's the outcome? How much money do you think you can garner from this? And it pulls everybody back to reality. But we all need somebody who does that. Because
Yeah, well, it's so easy, right? I've done it so many times myself that I'm like, is this thing going to get you closer to your ultimate goal or further away? And they're like,
yeah.
well, I don't know. What do you mean? And I'm like, let's ask some
No, I
more
get it.
questions because I already know the answer, but I want you to come to it.
No, those questions are good ones.
Well, awesome. I appreciate your time today, and I'm looking forward
You're
to
welcome.
continuing working with you, Laura. So this has been
I
great.
do too. Thanks, Derek.
Thank you.
We'll see you
We'll see you
tomorrow.
next week. You bet.
Take care. Bye.